Have you ever wondered why your puppy turns into a whirlwind of fur and frantic energy the moment you open the car door? What is it about the hum of the engine that makes them pace, and how can you transform your backseat from a stress zone into a sanctuary of peace? Which specific tools and techniques actually work for a growing dog, and have you ever felt like giving up on road trips altogether because the whining just never seems to stop? Hi, welcome back to Paw and Order. My name is Carl, and I am gonna teach you exactly how to master the art of the calm car ride today. We are going to dive deep into the canine mind to understand that for a puppy, a car isn't just a vehicle, it's a giant, moving, vibrating box that smells strange and moves in ways their little bodies don't quite understand yet. Keeping a puppy calm is about more than just a sturdy seatbelt. It is about building a foundation of trust and physical comfort that will last a lifetime. If you follow these simple steps, you will find that your furry friend can become the ultimate travel companion, resting quietly while you focus on the road ahead. The first step in our journey together is all about desensitization, which is just a fancy way of saying, we need to get your puppy used to the car without it even moving. Most people make the mistake of only putting their puppy in the car when it is time to go to the vet or the groomer, which creates a negative association with the vehicle. Instead, I want you to spend time just sitting in the parked car with your puppy while the engine is completely off. Bring their favorite blanket, a few high-value treats, and maybe a toy that they absolutely love. Let them sniff the upholstery, explore the floorboards, and realize that this space is safe and rewarding. By spending 15 minutes a day, just hanging out in the driveway, you are teaching your puppy that the car is a neutral, happy place. This prevents the pre-trip anxiety that often starts the moment they see you grab your keys. We want the car to feel like a second living room, where nothing scary ever happens, and where the only thing they have to expect is a little bit of praise and a lot of relaxation. Once your puppy is comfortable sitting in a stationary car, the next phase is introducing the sound and vibration of the engine without actually going anywhere. This is a crucial bridge, because the roar of a motor can be very intimidating to a small animal with sensitive hearing. Start the car, let it idle, and continue to feed your puppy small bits of chicken or their favorite kibble. If they look at you with calm eyes, give them a gentle pet and tell them they are a good dog. We are looking for a relaxed body posture. No panting, no pacing, and no tucked tails. If they seem nervous, simply turn the engine off, and go back to the previous step. There is no rush in this process, and moving at your puppy's pace is the fastest way to get results. Think of it like a slow dance. You lead, they follow, and eventually, the rhythm becomes second nature. By the time you are ready to put the car in gear, your puppy should be so bored by the sound of the engine that they are practically ready for a nap, which is exactly the energy we want. Safety is the cornerstone of calmness, and choosing the right restraint system is your next big task. Have you noticed how much more secure you feel when your own seatbelt is fastened? Puppies feel the same way when they aren't sliding around the backseat every time you take a turn. A high-quality car harness that clips into the seatbelt or a well-ventilated travel crate is essential for keeping them physically stable. If a puppy feels like they are losing their footing, their natural instinct is to scramble and panic, which spikes their adrenaline and makes them hyperactive. By securing them in a dedicated spot, you are providing them with a den on wheels. Use a soft bed or a non-slip mat inside their area so they feel grounded. This physical security translates directly into emotional security. When they know they aren't going to tumble over, they can finally let their muscles relax and settle down. It also keeps them from jumping into your lap, which is a major safety hazard for both of you. Now we need to talk about the short trip method, which is the secret sauce to long-term success. Instead of making your first real drive a 2-hour trek to the beach, start with a drive that only lasts 30 seconds. Go down to the end of your street, and come right back home. Gradually increase this to 5 minutes, then 10, and then 15. Always make the destination something fun, like a local park, a friend's house, or a pet-friendly store where they can get a new chew toy. This teaches the puppy that the car ride is a bridge to something wonderful. If every car ride ends at the vet's office, where they get poked with needles, of course they are going to be stressed. By flipping the script, and making the car a joy machine, you are reprogramming their brain to look forward to the movement. Keep these early trips smooth, and avoid sudden braking or sharp turns, as these can cause motion sickness, which is a major contributor to puppy car anxiety. Speaking of motion sickness, did you know that many puppies grow out of it, but the trauma of feeling nauseous can stay with them forever? To prevent this, try to avoid feeding your puppy a large meal right before you head out. A light snack is okay, but a full belly in a moving vehicle is a recipe for disaster. If your puppy starts drooling excessively, or licking their lips, they might be feeling sick, rather than just anxious. In these cases, it helps to keep the car cool, and crack the windows just a bit to let in some fresh air. The scent of the outdoors can be very grounding for a dog, and the cool breeze helps regulate their body temperature. Some owners find that playing calming classical music, or specialized dog calming tracks can also mask the scary road noises, and create a soothing atmosphere. It's all about managing the sensory input, so the puppy doesn't feel overwhelmed by the sights, sounds, and smells of the world rushing by at 60 miles per hour. Consistency is your best friend when training a puppy for anything, especially car rides. You should try to use the same door to enter the car every time, and have a specific routine you follow. Maybe you ask them to sit before they hop in, and you always give them a specific car-only toy once they are buckled up. This toy should be something special, like a rubber toy stuffed with frozen peanut butter, which takes a long time to lick, and keeps them occupied. Licking is a natural self-soothing behavior for dogs that lowers their heart rate. If they are focused on a delicious treat, they won't be focused on the car passing by, or the wind whistling through the trees. This creates a focused, calm state of mind, where the puppy learns to entertain themselves quietly. Over time, you won't even need the treat every time, as the habit of being calm will become the default behavior. You are essentially building a calmness muscle that gets stronger every time you practice. Exercise is another huge factor that people often overlook. If you try to put a puppy with a full tank of energy into a car, you are asking for trouble. Before you plan a practice session or a trip, make sure your puppy has had a good play session or a long walk. A tired puppy is a happy puppy, and more importantly, a tired puppy is a quiet puppy. If they have already burned off their zoomies in the backyard, they are much more likely to curl up and sleep during the ride. However, be careful not to overexhaust them to the point of being overtired, which can actually make them more cranky and restless. Aim for that sweet spot, where they are relaxed and ready for a break. Combining physical exercise with mental stimulation, like a quick training session, will ensure their brain and body are both ready to settle down in the backseat. What should you do if your puppy starts crying or barking while you are driving? This is where your patience is really tested. The most important thing is to ignore the bad behavior. If you turn around and talk to them, even if you are telling them to be quiet, you are giving them the attention they are seeking. This reinforces the whining. Instead, wait for a brief moment of silence, even if it's just for 2 seconds, and then praise them or give them a treat. You want to reward the silence, not the noise. If the crying is intense, it might mean you have progressed too fast, and you need to go back a step to shorter trips. Never scold or punish your puppy for being scared in the car, as this will only increase their fear and make the problem worse. Stay calm yourself, as dogs are incredibly sensitive to our energy. If you are stressed and gripping the steering wheel tightly, they will pick up on that vibe and think there is something to be worried about. Environmental control is also a unique way to help a nervous traveler. Some puppies get overstimulated by watching the world fly by through the window. The fast-moving trees and other cars can be a lot for their developing brains to process. For these dogs, using a crate cover or a specialized car seat that sits a bit lower can help limit their line of sight. If they can't see the chaos outside, they often settle down much faster. Alternatively, some dogs find comfort in seeing they're human, so positioning their seat where they can see your profile or reach out and feel your hand can provide a huge boost in confidence. You can also use pheromone sprays, or wipes on their bedding, which mimic the calming scents produced by a mother dog. These subtle cues tell the puppy's nervous system that everything is okay, and that they are safe in their little mobile den. Let's talk about the importance of stop breaks on longer journeys. Even the calmest puppy needs to stretch their legs and go potty every hour or two. When you stop, keep the energy low. Don't make it a high excitement event, just a quiet walk on a leash to do their business and get a drink of water. This prevents them from getting too wound up during the break, making it easier for them to settle back down when you get back on the road. Always keep your puppy on a leash during these stops, even in quiet areas, because a car ride-stressed puppy might bolt if they hear a loud noise or see something startling. Safety first, always. These breaks also give you a chance to check on their gear, make sure their harness isn't rubbing, and give them a little bit of love before the next leg of the trip. Another unique tip is to use the power of scent. Bring a piece of clothing that smells like you, such as an old t-shirt you've recently worn, and place it in the puppy's travel area. Your scent is the most comforting thing in the world to your puppy. It acts as a familiar anchor in an unfamiliar, moving environment. Between the car-only toy, the comfortable bedding, and your familiar scent, the backseat becomes a personalized suite, designed specifically for their comfort. You can also try window desensitization at home, where you let them watch cars go by from a safe distance, while rewarding them for staying calm. This bridges the gap between the static house and the moving car. Every little bit of preparation helps in creating a puppy that is confident and relaxed, no matter where the road takes you. As your puppy grows, their needs might change, so stay flexible. A crate that fit them at 8 weeks might be too small at 6 months, and a harness might need adjusting. Keep an eye on their comfort levels, and don't be afraid to tweak your setup. Some dogs prefer the trunk area of an SUV with a pet barrier, while others need to be in the second row. Experiment a little to see where your puppy seems most at peace. The goal is a dog that eventually sees the car door open, and hops in with a wagging tail, ready for the next adventure. This process takes time, but the payoff is a lifetime of easy travel. Imagine being able to take your best friend on camping trips, to the beach, or just on a quick run to the coffee shop, without a single whimper. That is the goal we are working toward, and you are doing a great job by taking the time to learn these steps. In conclusion, keeping your puppy calm during car rides is a journey of patience, preparation, and positive reinforcement. By starting slow, focusing on safety, managing their environment, and rewarding the behavior you want to see, you are setting your puppy up for success. Remember to stay calm yourself, keep your English simple when giving commands, and always prioritize your puppy's comfort. We've covered everything from desensitization to motion sickness, and the power of scent. If you stay consistent, you will see massive improvements in no time. Your puppy wants to please you, and wants to be with you. They just need a little help figuring out how to do that in a moving car. You've got this, and your puppy is lucky to have such a dedicated owner. Thank you so much for joining me here at Paw and Order. I hope these tips help you and your puppy enjoy the open road together. There is nothing quite like a dog with its ears flapping in the wind, safely, of course, and a look of pure joy on its face. If you found this helpful, keep practicing those short trips this week, and see how much your puppy improves. It won't happen overnight, but every mile you drive together is a step toward a better bond. My name is Carl, and it has been a pleasure teaching you these simple steps to a calmer, happier puppy. Safe travels and happy tales to all of you out there.